Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass-gaining M-Skull. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum. Popsies! Popsies LLC, also known as MP Entertainment, MP Graphics, 1803 Sales and Marketing, MP Skins, MP Shirts, and Popsies. Visit www.marispanlilio.com. Call or text 908-906-9788 or email at info@marispanlilio.com. And now, join us as we speak with your favorite Filipino celebrities and inspiring people. This is the podcast for global Filipinos around the globe. This is Over a Glass or Two.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Live from New York and New Jersey, the #1 only show in the East Coast. Your host, Jesse and J-Cats.
Akala ko lalagyan ng mabilis.
I know, right? Ako din ko, asa na ba yung patugtog ni Direk natin?
Good morning po!
Good morning po sa inyong lahat! Happy Saturday po! Sa lahat ng mga taga-Pilipinas at mga taga-US at kung saan mang lupalop ng mundo, kung saan may Saturday. Good morning po sa inyong lahat! It's Saturday morning here in the East Coast. Especially dito po sa New York and New Jersey. So, good morning po sa aming dearest USA. It's 9:37 a.m. Super aga, my God, marami pang tulog na tao. Pero kami gising na. Kasi super excited kami ngayong araw na to. Diyos ko, idol ko. Finally, napagbigyan tayo. And sa Pilipinas naman po, good evening po sa aming mahal na Pilipinas. It's 9:30 p.m. naman. Maaga pa sa Pilipinas. So samahan niyo po kami while having, late dinner or while on your way somewhere.
Some of your cocktails.
Yes, OMG, yes. At Diyos ko, dito na po ang #1. Grabe no, social media sensation. Talagang pagdating sa mga parodies, ito ang parody guru.
Yes.
O, diba? And J-Cats, ikaw naman.
Of course! Good morning po sa lahat ng mga Filipinos and not-Filipinos in different time zones, in different dimensions, in different continents, in different galaxies, in this whole wide universe!
My God, sobra kaming excited ngayong araw na to. Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-tune in. And yung ibang natutulog pa sa Pilipinas, please, ay hindi pala sa US. Nako, lalo na sa California. It's so early. Like, what time is it in California?
Yes.
6:30? Parang gano'n, no? Yeah. Alam mo, actually, Jay, kasi until now, meron pa akong hangover from our, not from, the drink that we drank last night, from our vacation in Florida. It was a 10-day vacation.
Orlando and Miami.
And I'm still
one of the
hangover.
best vacations.
Oh my God. I wish I can go back. But anyways, again, hopefully by December we will. But anyways, before we start and introduce our special guest for today, we would like to say hi sa mga unang nag-comment. Ito na. Sofia Fabregas, hello. Una talaga siya.
Kay Morales, hello.
Hello. Ate Pilar Mateo.
Hi, Ate Pilar. It's been a while.
I know. Sabi niya ni Ate Pilar, Mikey Bustos, I interviewed you at the Taiwan promo press launch twice. Aba naman.
Ay, sa Taiwan yan.
Oo. Diba? Ganda ka, sabi nga niya, Taiwan, sampaling kita dyan. umaga, walang yaka.
Ang galing ko, diba?
Diba? Ay, Paps, Maris Palillo is here. My God, nako, marami nang nanunood. Sino to? Watching from Italy. Narita Oliver Pello. Hello.
Hello.
Kumusta? Ito na. Introduce ko na po ang ating special guest for today dito sa US at sa Pilipinas naman is tonight. Okay. Our special guest for this lovely morning is a Filipino-Canadian singer, songwriter, actor, entrepreneur, and keeper, farmer, comedian, social media sensation, and a famous vlogger. He started out as a singer and competed in Canadian Idol. He toured the whole world and launched his award-winning singles and albums, and even front-acted for the Pussycat Dolls and Christina Aguilera.
Yes, I know, Christina.
Grabe. As a professed Filipinophilia, his popular videos to cover a wide range of topics including Filipinism, right? Okay. And tutorials on our Pinoy accent, eating balot, Filipino dining, Filipino courting, balikbayan box, and the Filipino CR. CR is comfort room, right? Okay, nakalimutan ko na yun. He also made tons of parodies like Lady Gaga's, Queen, Shawn Mendes, Michael Jackson songs, and many more featuring our Pinoy culture. And, guys naman, siya lang naman nag-guest sa NBC's Today with
Hoda and
Zena, which nagpunta kami doon. And guys, they pick him lang naman, diba? To tour around Manila. Kaya nga sobrang Pinoy proud talaga to. Due to his funny antics and content, he has amassed 1.29 million subscribers in YouTube, 160K followers in IG, and 2.1 million lang naman followers in Facebook. Let's have fun this morning and let's get to know more better, and especially his humble beginning, especially how he started talaga, no, Jcas? Story of his life and what he is up to nowadays. Guys, please welcome Pinoy pride and multi-talented Mr. Mikey Bustos!
What's going on, Chicharon?
Oh my Lord.
Hi guys. Good morning.
Good morning. My God.
I have my glass of drink. How about you guys?
Oh yeah, what is that? What are you drinking?
It's this very alcoholic drink called H2O.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
H2O?
I'm so water drunk. I know.
You don't drink?
I do. But I'm going through kind of this weird, like, healthy phase. I'm not sure. I usually do. Because, we Canadians, we love our beer. But my poison of choice usually is vodka. How about you guys?
Cheers! I
Oh
love
my
vodka.
God,
I love vodka and pineapple.
Yeah, he's
All right.
Oh wow! But nowadays you stop drinking or not yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I go in and out of these phases where like I stop it for a while and I try to be healthy and then I just go crazy and I party.
And you party, right?
Yeah.
My God! Teka saglit bago ang lahat.
Oh,
Kasi
coffee.
naman, it's so early, early in the morning, so we have our
I know.
latte. Ako, nagla-latte.
I wish
Oh,
I could
wow.
I could say this is also vodka.
Oo nga. Pwede mo naman
You
lagyan
can
ng
always
vodka.
you could put amaretto
Vodka,
or
right? On his
something.
coffee,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
My God. Okay,
Yes.
teka, meron kami kaiklatan dito, Mikey, ha? We have to welcome you and then kailangan nating mag-photo op. So, mag-welcome ka namin,
Yeah.
ha? O, sabi ni Ate
Thank
Pilar
you.
later,
Thank you for
ask
having
in
me.
Love Life. Oh my God, it's
Oh
an
no, thank you
honor.
for saying yes.
Are you kidding me? It's an... Mikey, you have no clue. Sobra ka namin. Ako, idol talaga kita since, my God, napanood ko yung Adobo.
Since baby pa siya.
Oo, baby.
Salamat.
Parang gano'n. Adobo
Thank
and,
you.
Adobo at saka Balikbayan Box Parody. When the first
Oh,
time
you
I
saw me
watched
swinging naked
Oh
on the
my,
box.
oh yes.
I'm sorry about that.
Since I watched that, I was like, that's it. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Okay, o sige na
Thank
po.
you.
We have to welcome you, okay? Sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming dearest USA. Guys, please welcome. My God! Ang idol ng bayan, Mikey Bustos. Welcome to Over a Glass or Two.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Yeah.
Brigling!
Tagay.
Ayan, tagay. Okay, Mikey, isa pa. Sarap
Graduation
talaga.
picture.
Oh. Graduation
Sige.
picture naman tayo. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Di ba? May pagganun pa talaga.
And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. No, I'm just joking.
Bye.
Mikey, alam mo, I'll be honest with you, there's so many things going on with your life. Sobrang
Yeah.
mabulaklak ang life mo for so many years. And I don't know where to start. And
I don't know where to start either.
Exactly. What?
How about you guys start with introduce? Because I would like to get to know you guys too.
Oh.
Did you migrate to US?
Oh, di ba talaga siya nag-interview?
No, I love that.
Yeah, actually, I moved here 21 years ago. From
Oh,
the
you've been living
Philippines.
there for a long time.
For a long
Manila?
time.
Manila?
From Manila. And JCAS
Ako
is
2011.
2011, so that's how
I'm
long.
from Las Piñas. Have you been to Las Piñas?
Of course, I've been to Las Piñas.
Ayan.
I love
My
Las
God.
Piñas.
Where, Saka, right now, you moved
Okay.
in the Philippines from Canada
Yes.
for 11 years, right?
It's gonna be yeah. Okay, so when you moved to US, JCAS, I moved to Philippines.
Kaya nga
baliktad
eh.
naman.
And it's weird,
Yeah.
ha? Kasi it's everyone's dream to come to the US. Ikaw naman, or Canada. Especially sa US, right? Pero why move to the Philippines?
Okay, so I first of all, it was always my dream to do entertainment business in Philippines. So I've been
Okay.
trying since 2006 yata is when I started. Like after Canadian Idol, that was the next step. Let's go to Philippines and start
Yes,
a career,
yes.
right? But I tried, I opened for Pussycat Dolls and Christina Aguilera. I did all the TV shows, pero I couldn't like land a deal with the record companies, right? And then one day I just decided to do YouTube. 2011.
Yes.
And one of my videos went viral. And then from there, I started to get inquiries from Philippines na. Like, hey, I got a call from GMA Network and they already were giving offers. So when I was finally flown to Philippines to shoot some commercials, I ended up staying.
But wait, hold on.
So that's
so-
why, like, Philippines became my Hollywood, so
You're
to speak.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Galing, ha? But wait,
Yeah.
why did you, instead of like, you know what? Not the Philippines. Let me just stay in the Canada and make, a future here. Like I want to be like a Hollywood super. I don't know, a superstar in Canada.
What's the equivalent of Hollywood in Canada?
Exactly.
Toronto, I guess.
Toronto,
or Vancouver is pretty big with movies too. Toronto and Vancouver, I think. But I know what you're saying. I think what it was is parang like I felt my skills were most utilized in the Philippines. You know what I
True,
mean? Like I
true,
was
true.
doing some film and stuff here in Canada, pero I really felt my skills I was being maximized, so to speak.
Yeah, pero di
in
ba
the
nung
Philippines.
when you went in Canada, right? So you decided to go to the Philippines. So ano
Yes.
sabi ng parents mo? Were they like, ano, huwag ka na umalis, dito ka na lang?
Well, you see, I had tried many times before, diba, to migrate to Philippines to try to start a career.
Yes.
So this had been the fourth time na that I had gone to Philippines. So my parents were like, okay, go, sige, go. And if you come back, fine, you'll come back maybe, in a few months or maybe a few years. But yeah, this last time was just permanent na.
Ito na
And
yun.
yeah, my parents are okay because they could watch me on GMA because they have
This is
to
the
subscribe to
story of-
GMA.
Ano ba yun? Try and try.
Until
Yeah.
you succeed, right?
That's what it was.
Successful ka na nga actually, but you
Grabe, no?
went to the next level. But I wanna go back to that time. Kasi, idol ko si Christina Aguilera.
Oh, I love her. Isn't she awesome? What's your favorite Christina song?
I don't care if she's
What's your favorite
thin or
Christina song
sexy or
now?
she's a little bit thick, but that voice is still
She's
there.
thick? Oh,
She became thick for a while, and now she's thick-ish.
What's your favorite song
Okay.
now? Ask ni Mikey.
Ako, ang dami. Pero,
Ang dami, no?
Ano ba yung dirty, of course.
Oh, yeah.
What about you?
The voice within. Ikaw, anong
Yeah, Voice Within, I love Dirty. I love them all. Like the earlier Christina, I listen to most, but some of her new stuff is really good too.
I wish it,
But yes.
we're the fans are just waiting for that Spanish album. Kasi
It's coming out, right?
she concocts for a while eh. Ano siya, years siya bago gumawa ng album eh. She takes her time, right?
She does.
my
And she's
God.
coming out with an English one too.
Yeah.
I heard.
Wait, have you met her ba? Yung nag-front ka sa kanya?
Okay, here's the thing.
Tell us the
So
story about it. Yes.
I opened for her, diba?
Okay.
But nobody's allowed to come close to her. So it was like,
Oh.
yeah, I was her front act, but I never technically met her. And in fact, only like a handful of people could meet her per tour stop. She's
Okay.
really protected by
Yeah,
huge security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a big
Like
star.
no one can talk to her. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, akala ko
I don't even mind if there's a kind of a diva-ish behavior in there. I think she earned
No,
it.
she has. Yeah, no, it's not even that. It's like it's also a different frame of reference. Because here's one thing I learned about seeing this side of showbiz is that when you're that famous, like weirdos are always trying to get at you all the time. Like they're drilling holes in the wall to look at you in the hotel, like that. So
Yeah.
in that sense, like that you never know, some crazy might try to kill her, or stick a knife in. So it's a different frame of reference, talaga.
That's true.
And
Siyempre,
she's
Christina Aguilera yun.
yeah, and she's landing in a developing country that they have to really make sure security is so tight.
It's true.
And she was
it's
pregnant
true.
at the time too. So
Ay, ito
Oh,
was-
really?
Ito sa Philippines
Yes.
in 2007.
this was 2007.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on lang ha, hold on. May nag-ask dito, sabi ni Papsi, Direk, there's a sound in the background, like a ringing sound.
Oh, it's my
so you are-
crickets.
Crickets
Is it ako?
yun? Ang
Yes,
galing!
I'm in
That's your
Tagaytay.
crickets?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm in this like traditional, do you see it? Like
I
traditional
love it.
Pinoy cottage.
Exactly. Where are you staying right
Yeah.
now?
I'm staying at a place called Sonia's Garden.
Sonia's
It's
Garden,
actually
I
in
saw that.
Alfonso. Yeah,
Okay.
Alfonso, Cavite. And it's up in the mountains, so it's nice and cool. And I just hear crickets around. It's so nice. Yeah.
So wait, why pick? I know you're staying in Cavite and your new place is in Cavite, right? So why
Yes.
pick Cavite?
Okay, so a few years ago, my partner
Okay.
and I, but back then we were in the closet. That's another story
Yun
we
na nga.
can get
Mamaya
to
pa
later.
Pumunta tayo dyan.
My bro and I.
What's
Yeah,
up, dude?
my boy and I. Yo,
Boy,
so
yeah.
my homeboy. Yeah, so we were looking for houses for a few years, and then we happened to stumble across this like subdivision that is like allows farming.
Okay.
And I've always been into like growing mga gulay and frutas and all of that and keeping animals. So we're like, this is perfect. So we got a place. It was in Cavite. Although we did check other parts, mostly in the south for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm like destined to be a south boy. And then
You're Sunny.
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
And
And then we just ended up staying in Cavite, and I'm gonna be a Caviteño soon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so.
Cavite.
Bakit
Isn't it beautiful?
I know.
It's so
Cavite is
awesome.
so-
The boys in Cavite are gorgeous. I had my time.
I haven't noticed.
Bawal, lagot kay RJ.
They're very giving. Ayoko na nga.
May iba na yung kwentuhan natin.
So you're a receiver.
I'm
just kidding.
Oh my God, yes, thank you.
Cheers.
Wide receiver. Oh my God.
Wide receiver. Kayo na. Oh my God.
Oh, ayan,
So
dahil
bad.
yan. Oh, ibigin natin. Pag-usapan naman natin ulit ngayon. Wait, another idol natin lahat. Pussycat Dolls.
Oh yeah, they are awesome. Not security wasn't so tight with them,
Okay.
but so I actually got to meet them, and they're super cool. Love them all. Melody is my favorite. Yeah.
Tsaka si ano, di ba may Filipino doon?
The lead.
Si Nicole.
Yes, Nicole, the lead. Yeah.
Grabe, no?
Nicole Scherzinger.
Alam mo, I'll be honest with you, sobra akong napaproud dun sa mga Filipinos who's making it to the top. And you're really one of them, no? Lalo na pag Filipino.
Thank you.
Kasi, alam mo ito Mikey, nagugulat, I know that sobra kang sumigat, aside from, of course, becoming a runner-up for Canadian Idol, tapos you came to the Philippines, to make it big, right? Yung mga parodies mo, sobra kami talagang, alam mo, pag nanonood kasi ako lagi, tapos last night talagang nag-binge talaga kami.
Marathon.
Thank you.
Yesterday,
Mikey,
for a few days
I think you
na.
were in my dreams, but I'm not gonna tell now.
I know.
Ano yung laman ng dreams?
Actually, while we were messaging, we were just watching. Like, actually, since for 2-3 days out, like, talagang, kasi before, whenever I see your vlog and all, I watch. But talagang, since for 2 days, 3 days, talagang nagbe-binge kami. But last night talaga, as in talagang, boom, until 2, I don't know, whatever. I can't remember what time I fell asleep. But, my God, Mike, question.
Salamat.
Who came up with this idea? Kasi it's one of a kind. Galing.
Thank you. I always love to write songs, and since I didn't exactly make it to YouTube as a singer or songwriter, I decided, okay, I'm gonna be a comedian, but I'll be a singing comedian. So I was able to still do my passion of songwriting. It's actually easier to write a parody than to write an original song, because half the work is already done for you. There's already a melody and a rhythm and all of that, right? So it was just really fun, and we really enjoyed filming all the different parodies, and I love the like your reaction just now. It clearly strikes a chord about all Filipinos around the world, no matter where we are. We can relate. Yeah.
Anyway, so ito kasi you of course you were born and raised in Canada, right? So
Yes.
born and raised in Canada, but all these parodies that you've been doing for years and years and years, as if you grew up in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Nabilib ako, how is it like your childhood days? I mean, I know you're Canadian, but were you really a hardcore Filipino? Your parents are eat Filipino food, magsisimba and everything,
Lumpia, pansit,
curse you
lahat na.
and everything.
Everything.
The lechon becomes a stew after
The hardcore Filipino talaga.
Yes. My parents still, even if they were in Canada for 40 years, they still were super Pinoy. The only thing, though, that they didn't do to my brother and I growing up was teach us Tagalog. For some reason, they spoke to us in English. So that was the only missing thing for my brother and I in growing up in Canada. Pero everything else, super Pinoy. We could even do the Filipino accent because my parents taught my brother and I how to speak English before going to school, diba? So we could mimic it.
I'll be honest with you, yung mga songs mo din, I think one of the key also sa mga parodies mo is whenever you sing, you don't sing with a slang tone. You sing it with a Filipino
Yeah.
accent. Right? Parang, nung
Yeah.
ko narinig, sabi ko, ano ba to, Filipino o Canadian? Sabi ko, siguro, Filipino na nag-migrate sa Canada, and then he started singing, but may accent pa rin ng Tagalog. And then when you started talking, and I'm like, hala, bakit ganun may slang?
At saka meron pang may French-Canadian accent. It's not about. We're gonna move to our house. Sabi ko, ano ba to? Yung accent, may French-Canadian, diba? At saka wait, ang pinaka-proud me sa'yo kasi, you grew up in Canada, and then, ang lakas ng Filipinism mo Paano mo na-inculcate sa sarili mo? Kasi aminin natin, kami kahit nandito sa States, yung bansa, yung pagka-Filipino minsan nakakalimutan na, di ba? We're trying to be so
Exactly.
westernized. Ikaw, baliktad. Lalo mo pang
In-embrace. Yes.
Yeah, I think kasi in Canada somehow parang like it's hard to be Canadianized. Like when people migrate to Canada, they kind of keep their culture, so that's one thing. And then two, I think there's many first gen Pinoys like me who are looking for that thing to identify with. You know, like we grew up with white kids, for example. Like I was the only Filipino in my class.
Oh my
and
God.
The only time I could see other Filipinos was at family parties and, you know, mga picnics, the Pinoy
Yes.
picnics for Philippine International Independence Day.
Oo, mga
So, yeah, we couldn't really identify with the white kids, but we could. It was a very confusing thing. So, anything that was Pinoy that we could call our own, we gravitated to it so much. We loved it. Pinoy food. We would, you know, watch Pinoy films, things like that. So
You
that's
even
why I
have-
think.
You even have like a, what do you call this? A tattoo na Filipino flag.
Yeah.
Grabe,
Yes, yes.
no?
Yeah.
Pero nung bata ka pa talaga, ano ka na ba? Mahilig ka na bang, wait, I'm gonna sing in a karaoke. Mom, watch me. Is there a party?
Yes.
I'm gonna be the singer in the middle of this.
Are you that kid?
I was that kid singing at every party. Yes. Every singing competition. That was me.
Oh, sabi ko na nga ba.
Yeah.
I don't know, the family, are you really close with cousins? Because usually that's how Filipinos are. They're very close with
Yes,
cousins.
super
and-
close. Yep. Are
Oh,
you guys?
Oh, yes. Of course.
Are your families all there in US now?
Oh, no. His
Ako,
is,
most, yes, they're in
ako.
Illinois, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
mine is
wow.
like in
Chicago.
different places. Yeah, in Chicago too. Oh, pero wait. So while you're doing parodies, sino nagko-conceptualize? Kasi sabi ko nga siguro tong batang to, I'm sure you're really, really smart, super duper smart in school. Or you're, because for someone who can write those lyrics.
It's great writing, by the way.
Amazing.
Thank
It's
you.
not just,
I appreciate that.
Right?
Thank
It's
you.
not just like a shitty writing. It's really like the content is really like it has a heart. Right? That will really strike
You know, it
everyone.
doesn't just rhyme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ang galing. So,
Thank you.
Who conceptualized this? Ikaw lang talaga mag-isa?
I guess, yeah.
I'm
I don't
sure,
know.
yeah.
I'm
I know
bored.
too.
Ang galing.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know where it comes from.
As in, like,
But thank
you
you.
just wake up one day, you listen to a song, because most of the songs are like the latest hits, di ba? So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mamam nila.
ang galing, no?
Thank you.
Like, how many
Yeah,
songs yeah.
I don't know. When I hear the song, usually the idea will come to me very fast. And if it doesn't, then I usually don't do the song. But it's just weird. Usually when it's when I'm traveling, actually. That's when
Okay.
I like to write. So when I'm in an airplane or I'm in the car and I'm forced, I get fidgety. I always have to do something. So like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna write a Madonna parody, and I'll start writing. And I'll be like, through the wilderness, and then I'm like, oh, this rhymes with this, and it just becomes this big thing. And we shoot it, and when it comes together on screen, we have so much fun. We laugh through the whole thing.
Ayun na nga, kasi ito.
May technical and creative questions si Direk,
Kasi ganito kami, pag whenever we watch a movie or like for example, your parodies, right, or commercials, ano kasi kami, technical kaming tatlo. So instead of
Yes.
just looking at the actual show itself, we look on the
prod.
ganun cinematography,
The
behind the
scene,
scenes, like ilan yung anong filter na
Ilan kaya yung
ginamit,
tao
how many
nito?
cameras,
Magkano kaya budget nito?
Magkano budget nito? So we were just like, how many people? Kasi nga, ever since, ako, ilang kayang camera nito? So,
One cam ba daw? Ang tanong
one
ni Direk.
cam ba? How many people are helping
Yeah,
you?
it's one cam, and a lot of times it's guerrilla filming. Kasi we're right there in, for example, the palenque, where you
Yeah.
can't direct people. You can't direct, okay, the lighting has to be. So I have a very good DOP, director of photography, cameraman, who comes with me. I'm like, okay, Ton, I have to sing this line, and I'll act it out for him. Where's the best place to shoot that? And then we will like bounce ideas, and we have to do it quick, because there's so much going on, and somehow it just comes together. I don't know how.
I like the framing
It just does.
from Michael Jackson.
Oh, yung Michael Jackson.
Oh, do you?
Ay,
Oh, we were so
grabe.
happy with the lighting for that. Yeah, thank you.
Sobra.
Wow, thank you guys for noticing the little details. I appreciate
Oh,
that
yeah.
a lot.
Lahat talaga.
Not very
lahat
many
ng-
people do.
Yeah, because lahat kami, alam mo yung mga parodies mo, kami ni Direk, pinag-uusapan namin
Kasi
yung
yung
details.
quality nga, it's
yung
not just,
quality, kakaiba.
Salamat.
Pati yung,
Thank you.
Diba? Pati yung, even the costume, yung queen.
Yung queen din.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Freddie Mercury.
Grabe,
He's the
ang
best.
So, sige nga, kwento mo nga, magkwento ka ng isang parody nyo na like, yung process of how you create it. So, okay, you woke up in the morning and be like, oh, I want to do this. And then, what's next?
And then, so usually I'll tackle the chorus muna. Because, diba, the chorus is the hook. So
Yes.
I'll be like, okay, what can I incorporate into the chorus that is Pinoy and also rhymes with the main hook words? So, you know, I don't even know an example. What?
So Lady
Like,
Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
another one. Okay, Lady Gaga. What was the?
Dami nun.
Yeah,
Mga kasi
yeah.
lahat ng
Oh,
songs, ginawa mo pala.
yeah. Or you know, like for example, the Freddie Mercury, the another one bites the dust, and another one, another one bites the dust, and then I'm like, okay, what could that be? Oh, I know, balut. Another one bites the duck, right? So
Ang
and then the whole song structure flows from there. I've been walking down the street. I'm looking for balut, and then when I'm writing, I'm also seeing the video in my head. So I envision myself walking down this really like street, a Pinoy street in the palengke, and I'm like looking for Kuya who's selling the balut, and then cars are driving by. So like it all comes together in my head, and then
May storyboard na.
There's a storyboard na.
In your head.
Right at the writing, yeah.
Galing! And then you
Yeah.
just shoot it for how many days?
Usually everything is shot in one day, but some of the things take 2 or 3 days. It really depends. Yeah,
The
but we
editing
try to
part
finish
is the
everything in one
hardest.
day.
We
Editing
know
is the
that.
hardest. Yes.
Right?
My DOP and I stay up sometimes 24 hours, 48 hours just editing because we just want to get it done while we're inspired. So we literally will like eat and night and day we'll be at the computer going, oh, it needs to be like this, and it just comes together.
Paano yung licensing niyan? Yung sa kanta?
Yes.
Paano
Yeah,
wala?
so technically parodies don't need permission. Pero if there's a brand attached to it, then usually the labels will not like that. So they'll have it removed or they'll write to you to pay a license or things like that.
Or
So
get a
that's
share,
what we do.
whatever.
Yeah, and they
Or-
usually
or-
do get a share.
Or actually pay you. Be like, hey, Mikey, we want you to be the brand ambassador.
Yeah, that happens sometimes too. Like I did a parody of Speedos.
Okay.
Because it was a Despacito parody. I wear Speedos when I'm at the beach. You see me wear my Speedos.
Very tight
I
speedos
love
indeed,
that.
yes.
I love that.
Yeah, they were so tight. Oh my gosh, you could see my jewels. And then, and then they ended up sending me all these free Speedos, and it just was really
Like
worked
that?
out. Oh yes, you can see. There's a bird on the Speedos. It's a toucan
Yeah,
with a
There you
big
go.
beak.
We can see it. We can see it. Which bird? Which?
There's a big bird there. It's a big green toucan.
Oo, diba? Oh, ito. There.
I'm looking at the lower part. Okay. It's
That's in
I'm like,
Coron.
I
Yeah.
can't see it.
Wait,
Okay,
is
go.
that in what beach is that? As a
Coron.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh, so they
Coron's
started
awesome,
sending
right?
you. They started sending you speedos.
Yeah, they even sent me a hot pink Speedos with Bustos on the butt.
Oh my God! Did you wear it?
I did, yeah, I loved it. Oh, it's so
Grabe,
great.
ang galing, no?
Yeah.
So, wait, is there like one incident that you were like, you had an accident, or what is that? Ito na lang question. What is the hardest video that you guys created that you just want to be like, you know what? Let's just not do this. Let's not edit it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. There was a video. Oh, it was so hard. The hardest video. It's called the Filipino mythical creatures rap, and what that is it's like a rap. It's actually original, but it's comedy, and I play like an aswang, a I play a tikbalang, a duende, like that. But every like costume had its own prosthetics, and like my whole body was painted in between. So imagine we started at shooting at 6 in the morning, and we ended at like 3 a.m. that night. And it was so tiring. It was in the province, in a gubat, and they had to put my prosthetics on, and I'm falling asleep, and I would wake up as a tikbalang, and then we shoot, and then they have to remove. I fall asleep again, and then I wake up, and I'm like an aswang. Oh, it was so fun, but it was so hard. That was the hardest to shoot, and like I didn't have a shower, so everything had to be wiped off with like wet wipes. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, what is it? Patingin nga. That I
Yeah.
didn't see. Oh,
Filipino mythical
Was it
creatures,
worth
it's
it
called.
though?
was it worth
Oh,
it?
so worth it. It's one of our highest viewed
Oh my
videos
God.
on the channel.
Oh my God.
That,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's
watch
it.
that.
Oh yeah, you like it. If you
I'm
like
gonna-
mga duende and like Trece, you know that
yan.
network?
Oh, yeah,
like
Trece.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's kind of that stuff.
I have to finish Stressa pala on Netflix. It's in my
Oo nga
rotation.
pala, why?
It's good, right?
It's
Yes.
really... But wait, alam mo, wow. Ngayon, alam na namin na ganun pala yung ginagawa mo. So, how many people, like, because I know it used to be you and RJ, right? Just
Yes.
the two of you.
Just
for
the
how long
two
did
of
you
us for the
do that?
parodies.
For so many years?
Yeah, we started when we started dating. So like that was 2012. So it's
Oh,
been
wow.
9 years.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
9
and-
years parodies. Yeah.
And
then
okay.
our
Ilan
team
yung
kind
team
of
mo?
grew. Huh?
Ilan na yung team mo ngayon?
How many teams do you have?
It depends. So usually our team will be, 3 to like 8, but we've done shoots where our team is as much as 200 people. Like the branded stuff sometimes requires a big team to manage extras and that kind of thing. Makeup, costumes. It really depends on how big of a prod we
And
have
I
to
really
do.
don't want to be in your business and be personal. Pero magkano na ang sweldo mo ngayon sa YouTube?
Well,
Oy, sasagutin. Sasagutin.
my mom told me not to talk about my money, so I can't.
Basta madami.
Madam. Pero so, wait, so, di ba parodies na ginagawa mo? But,
Yes.
ano naman yung is it, natanong, I asked you earlier, like, what is the hardest, right? So, what is, like, the most memorable?
Most memorable. Oh my goodness, it's so hard because
There's so many?
honestly every parody is like a mini movie from beginning to end. Even if it's just a few days to put together, it's just we put everything into it. That it's like each one is my baby. But there are some that are more memorable than others. Like I really enjoyed the Freddie Mercury one. I really enjoyed doing
We love
because
that.
that was my first parody after coming out of the closet with RJ. So and it was Queen, right? Who's like
I know.
LGBT. So
Yes.
there was that thing. There was that sentiment to that parody too. So I really enjoyed that. Adobo. I enjoyed doing
I love
Adobo.
adobo.
That was one of my favorites too. And also
Balikbayan
because
Box.
when I tour, Balikbayan Box, also one of my favorites. And that was only me and RJ putting that together in those days. So like even though it was small and kind of like rough around the edges, still very memorable for us.
Ito sabi ni Tita Maris Panilio, anything makes or breaks. I've seen your work and you know Mikey. You can be a successful filmmaker, triple threat, director, editor, and actor.
Oh wait, may plans ba na film?
The film? You can be.
That's the
Actually,
next
yes.
level.
You can be.
Yeah, I have thought about it, and yeah, I do feel like that would be the next level. It's just, I suppose I would need the right opportunity or time to make that opportunity to produce a film or something. But yeah, of course, I'm open to film. I've always dreamed of. I'm actually a trained actor too, so
You know what? That's my second. I'm supposed to ask you that. Every time like we watch your parodies, sabi ni direct kami na, nung pag nanonood
Sabi
kami,
niya, nag-theater to.
sabi theater to kasi iba, grabe, your expressions
Facial
is
expression
facial
and the acting.
gestures is different, like one of a
thank you,
kind.
thank you, thank you.
saka
I've
it
never
helps.
done theater, but I love
Never?
acting.
It helps
No,
that
no.
you have a voice then, ha? Tamang-tama talaga
Thank
yung...
you, thank you.
And you can
I feel like
dance.
you can sing too, Jikas.
Yeah,
That's true.
he's a singer and he's a dancer.
But
There
I'm
you
really
go.
shy.
Yeah, right, whatever.
I just have a really big mouth.
Weh.
I was like, big mouth? What
He's
do you
the
mean big
receiver.
mouth?
Oh, there you go. Ditto.
Oh my God. Sabi ni Ate Pilar, I like yung ginawa niya for Taiwan. Ginawa sa Taiwan, which one?
Thank you. Yeah, so the tourism of Taipei approached me to be their ambassador for Philippines. So for 2 years, I went there and filmed a parody for Taipei and Taiwan, just to promote, tourism in Taiwan among Filipinos. And I did parodies on some Taiwanese songs. So you can go check those out too. Those are fun to do. But yeah, thank you. Who was that? Who said that?
Ate Pilar Mateo. Actually, she interviewed you. She's one of the famous
One of the biggest publicists
in the Philippines. Yes, so he interviewed you. He said twice. He said she flew to Taiwan just to have an interview.
I know Pilar.
Ate Pilar Mateo? Oh, diba?
Yeah.
Oh my God, sabi sa amin
The
sila
media
umamin.
circle in Philippines is very small. Everyone kind of
It's
knows each other.
everybody,
I think so.
and you have to be nice, right? Right, you have to be
You don't
nice.
have to be, but I mean,
You have to be
It's
nice.
really nice then.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
No, seriously. That's why a lot, like we've been interviewing since last year, and then most of the people that we interviewed, the stars, I get a chance to talk to them, we become friends with them, and then they always say, you have to be nice with the press people, otherwise you'll be.
yeah. I am nervous every time I'm in the press circle because, you just never know what they'll ask. And, every little word you say can be sort of, you could be quoted, but, it's just, it can be scary if you're not used to communicating with the press.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Oh,
Yeah.
sabi Ate
So
JJ.
you should be nice, yeah.
Yeah, sabi
That's
Ate
a good
JJ
rule.
from Florida. Yeah, good morning, beautiful people from
Hi, Ate
Sunshine.
JJ.
Oh, I love Florida.
Oh,
You guys are so lucky you went there. How was it? How were
my
the parties
God.
in the
So
new
good.
normal?
It was actually
So hot.
It was so hot.
Well, it's the same degree of hotness in here in New York anyway, in New Jersey. But we're still we have a hangover with Orlando and Miami.
I
Yes.
bet. How was Miami? Did you guys go to Key West?
No,
we didn't get a
We didn't have
chance.
time to go to the Key West.
When we
only have 9 days.
like what about
So
you?
are the bars open?
Yeah, everything is open.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Do you have to wear a mask?
No, Florida is a different country on its own.
You'll be surprised. No one's wearing masks.
They don't care about that actually.
Actually, the only place that you're supposed to wear mask is if you're inside the airport, and also if you're in the theme park, you're not. They don't oblige you to wear mask. But if you're inside, like an indoor, if you're going to
Indoor
an
ride,
indoor
yeah.
rides, you're supposed to wear mask. But even if you don't wear mask, they don't even nobody's telling you
It
hey,
was so weird being free
Wow.
you're not.
I am maskless. I feel naked.
Oh,
I can imagine.
Yeah. And
So
then when
wait,
you-
in New Jersey, you have to wear mask.
Yeah, right now everyone
in New York
too.
you can walk around outdoors, but when you're inside, automatic magmask ka.
And-
If it's red
Interesting.
Yeah. What about there? How is it so far? Oh, yeah, we've.
Oh, we're in
Easy-
lockdown.
easy-
Yeah, we're in
easy-
ECQ.
Yeah, what happened? Kung sa'yo,
I don't know. I think we're on over 14,000 cases today. And, Philippines, we're not even at 10% immunity pa. So I think we're just going to have to get used to these rolling lockdowns over the next couple of years until, things get better.
True.
Dito rin
Yeah,
tumataas
it's
na
this
COVID
Delta
infections,
virus.
Yung
Very-
Delta dito
yeah.
tumataas na rin.
Dito rin, and that's why
Since,
everyone, we're still we're working from home until now. We're
Oh,
bored,
good.
but thank God we have work. And you know how it is,
Yeah.
like even in Canada, right, and in the US, the government always supports those people who has no job,
Yeah.
or there's even have stimulus, but the
That's good.
Philippines they don't have.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
really sad.
It's sad. I know.
yeah.
But
It's
what
tough.
about you? Like, how was what did you do? Like during the
So-
when pandemic started last year.
Yeah, during pandemic, I released one parody about the pandemic. It was a Lady Gaga song, "Don't Want No Stupid Cough Cough," and that was it. Lockdown happened, and I couldn't work with my team anymore. Literally everything stopped. So I haven't actually uploaded to my comedy channel in a long time. And also it's hard to be inspired to do comedy
And
when
if
all
you
of these
see
things were
all
happening
things
in the
were
world. You know what I
happening,
mean?
true.
Like, oh my gosh, last year was just for mental health. Even in US, it was just so much things going on, right?
So much.
I'm not American, but I could feel.
Oh my God,
feel.
we're like the epicenter. So
yeah.
we could not. Trust me, it was so hard to move for months and months and months. We couldn't
Yeah.
even. You know what? Those people who has a balcony or it's a huge, like backyard, they're lucky. But if it's us, like we live in the city, so I only have a small balcony and a small backyard, and that's it. That's all we can do. But at least in the Philippines, I mean, you have a huge place, I'm assuming, right? Like,
Oh no! I was in a
Doing-
small
Condo?
30 condo. Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, for like
Wow.
8 months, I was just with my 2 dogs, well, my 1 dog at the time, and my partner RJ. We had to make do. It felt like end of the world vibes, right?
It's true.
Yes.
So what did you do?
It was just really nothing. I just worked out and met with my.
I'm sure you and RJ enjoy the quarantine. And
Yeah.
the exercises.
Exactly. Teka nga. Let's talk about RJ. Okay. Ito, this is my
Okay,
favorite
okay.
part. The love life.
I'm sure. I know.
The
Here we go.
love life. This is I always ask this. I said, I don't think there's one single guest that we never ask. I never skip that love
Of
life.
course.
Yeah.
What
So-
what conversation? What's a Filipino conversation without talking
Without
about
love
love?
life.
Insulting the love life of someone else.
Yeah, kwento. So okay, how did you guys? How did it start? And how the love team of RJ
Ayan,
and
oh.
Mikey started? Kwento nga.
Okay, yeah. So he was my neighbor. I was living at the time in it's called Lancaster Hotel, in Mandaluyong. I was living in the small bachelor place, and he was next door to me. So he was literally the boy next door.
Oh.
And yeah, and then he gave me his card once in the elevator because he has a charity. So he was into like charity works. That's his calling. So I took the card. I said, "Hey, let's have dinner or something and have beer," and that was it. Like we had dinner, and the rest is history. It was immediate. Like we dated the next morning, and
Wait,
the next
following day?
morning we were exclusive. The following day,
That has been a great night then.
yeah.
Can you
It
tell
was,
Mikey,
yeah.
my brother will be green?
Yeah, it was. It was just. He broke all rules. Let's just say that.
Wow, ito, na-curious ako.
I know it's wow. I don't understand it either.
What's with RJ? What's with RJ that made you felt like, whoa, this is it?
Number one guapo.
fine. Aside from being guapo.
Yeah, super guapo, obviously. But I don't know. Like I just was super kilig around him. And
Oh my God,
I don't know.
kilig
It's hard to explain. Like it was just instant. Like I went to my handler at the time, and my handler was the only one who knew about me at the time. Because when I went to Philippines, I was already out to myself, right? Because coming out takes several steps, and
Yes.
one of those steps is coming out to yourself. So I was out to myself, but I needed to have that one friend in the Philippines who I could like talk to about
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So, and that was my handler at the time.
Okay.
So I went to my handler the next day. I'm like, oh my gosh, Cholo, I met the hottest guy. He looks like Piolo Pascual, and I think I love him. And he's like, oh, be quiet. He's like, you don't know.
Ano sabi ng handler mo? Ang landi mo! Yung karir mo!
Ang guwapo talaga. Grabe, oh.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Wait.
Where's he RJ from? Is he with you right now?
RJ's, yeah. Oh, he's sleeping.
Ay, sleeping. Sayang. Magkakain sana kami. Okay,
I'm sure he'll watch it in the morning.
Okay.
Because you were talking about him.
Okay. So wait,
Yeah.
when you told your handler, like, oh my God, he's so guapo. Kamukha
Yeah,
ko
my
naman
handler
si Piolo.
obviously was like, oh please, like he didn't believe it. He's like, oh, you'll get over this. He's just the like boy of the season. for now.
Boy of the month. But wait, I'm curious with your handler, was there a conversation na, kasi yung career mo, nag-peak na ba ng career mo noon? Or
Yes, I was doing well. I had 3 regular shows at the time with GMA. So it was Bubble Gang, teleserie with Marian Rivera.
Okay.
Wow.
For my suite, and then Party Pilipinas. So it was like 3 shows, and then other guestings at GMA.
Was there a conversation na sinasabihan ka na, teka, wag munang mag-out or in time, sa future na lang, ganon?
Of course, that was it. It wasn't the policy of GMA. So
Okay.
this is nothing to do with GMA. This
Okay.
was
Okay.
just a friend who was my handler who suggested to me to not come out. Because like at that time, this, like, you got to remember, it was 2011.
True.
Yes, you know, the Philippines was open to LGBT, but not like today.
It's not like 2021.
Like, yeah,
no, it's
2021 is
different,
2020.
not like today.
2019 actually. Okay.
Yes, and I was just starting, you know, I was kind of like, it was like my matinee years, so I didn't want to upset anything.
True.
You know, I didn't want to endanger my career at the time, and I really was committed to establishing a career in the Philippines. So I just kept it quiet. I was able to, you know, enjoy being single and going around and
Playing around.
yeah, you know how it is. And then, you know, the comedy bars, I could go to comedy bars because those places were safe because they were a mix, diba? And
Yes.
Yes.
True,
it's
true,
okay
true.
if I was seen at a place like that, especially if it was with my handler. So, you know, I still enjoyed, but I did not disclose or address anything about being gay. And then it was so awkward too, like when they would ask, who's your celebrity crush? And I had to like, I had to think of someone off the top
Selena
of my head.
Gomez.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so mean.
No. I'm just preparing to answer a woman, but you know.
But Selena
Yeah,
Gomez
Selena
is.
Gomez, yes.
Oh, if you're a guy, probably you hit on Selena Gomez. You would like
Yeah,
her,
Selena
right?
Gomez is beautiful.
It's hot. Yeah. And then, so you have to think. Sino naisip mo nun? Who was the first girl that you think that you during that time that?
Well,
like,
I really thought, like, some of the girls that I thought were beautiful were not like the number one top, like, and I don't want to say their names because then I'm just saying that they weren't number one. But like, I found a lot of the darker skinned artistas so beautiful, but
Oh,
they
yes.
just, right? I mean,
Oh,
the lighter
wow.
skinned ones are always the most popular. I still
It's
have
true.
Canadian eyes. You know, so my beauty, I like dark.
Darker. Oh, okay. True. Yeah, kasi
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, they like you know, olive skin, but in the Philippines, the more mestiza you are, the more, you know, popular you will be, right?
Yes,
True.
yes.
My-
Like when I first landed here, I
Yeah.
remember having crushes on like people at the airport, like the staff at the airport, janitors, construction workers. I'm like, oh my god, they're so hot. Or like even like taking the tricycle, I'd be like, oh my god, this tricycle driver is so hot.
Oh my God, I can so relate. Like everyone.
Really?
Yeah,
way.
because I still have like Canadian eyes. I like dark skin somehow, or like I like the Pinoy look. Yeah.
The Pinoy
Yeah.
look. But pero si ano ha, RJ is not.
Mestizo
Okay,
si
RJ, yeah. Unless they're like as hot as RJ, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pero, so, paano nag-transition na naging manager mo siya eventually?
Okay, yeah. So we worked together, and then I think it was only a couple of days after. I'm like, RJ, I have to film a parody. You want to be in it? And then he came, and he ended up like, because he does charity works, he's very good at planning and organizing. You know, like all of that administrating stuff, booking venues, calling talents. He has a big network of people. So immediately he just kind of like fell into place as my manager. It was really interesting. And my handler at the time migrated to Toronto. So like it was perfect timing. Like my handler kind of handed me over to
Kuwinky-dinky,
RJ.
yes.
Yeah, it was
Tapos
perfect.
naging kayo pa.
Ito
my
ngayon.
God!
I mean, after
Kilig!
1 year, paano yung naging deciding factor na, okay, let's come out na?
2000,
Okay,
wait, you came out
yes.
2019.
2012.
No, 2019.
No, not 2012. That's when we started dating.
You
2019.
started
Okay,
dating 2019 when
Yeah.
they came
So
out.
I don't remember what it was. I think it was just we were reaching that 7-year itch. Do you know how they talk about the 7-year itch? And there were certain like problems in the relationship that we couldn't really figure. Like it just, like there was friction, and I think it reached a boiling point, and then somehow we ended up coming back together and said, we somehow came to the conclusion that maybe being closeted was having a negative impact pala on our relationship. And then so we decided, okay, but we should get ready to lose all our endorsements, because at the time I had several major brands having me as their face.
Yes.
Right. So there was that too. I was afraid of upsetting them. I was also afraid of upsetting my family and RJ's family too. RJ is like from the province. He's from Pangasinan. His parents are super traditional Pinoy.
Oh, they don't
so
know?
It was harder for him. At the time, they didn't know. So we decided, what? Let's prepare to lose everything. We'll be homeless, fine. As long as we have each other and we're authentic. We can go to Canada and like start a new life, fine.
Oh my God, it's Romeo and
Oh my
Romeo
God.
against the world.
So that was like the...
Yeah.
Oh my God,
So then,
look at you too. That's
So
so,
sweet.
cute. Ang gwapo talaga ni RJ. Oh, Diyos
I
ko,
know,
Lord.
right?
The eyebrows.
Grabe.
thick.
Parang
The
artista.
caterpillar eyebrows always get us.
Right? The artista talaga.
Yeah.
Okay, and
He
then?
should be an artista, correct.
Exactly.
But then, we I think it was Easter. I said, let's come out. It's Easter. We were in Puerto Galera. Have you ever been there?
Oh yes, of course. Alam mo,
Sobra. Love that
of all the
place.
places, Puerto Galera.
Puerto
pait sila.
Galera.
Right?
Oh my God.
It's
And
like
then?
Puerto Galera. And then we just came out on Easter, because Easter is supposed to represent new life, right? So I said, RJ, let's start our new life. I said, are you ready? I'm going to press this send. There's no turning back, because I posted something on Instagram with a rainbow and me and RJ together. So
You were sitting on the beach yata ba yun? Do I
Oo,
remember it right?
That's it.
Yeah,
In
it was
Puerto
like-
Galera,
yeah.
So I'm like, RJ, are you ready? I'm gonna post it. And then he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, sorry, RJ, I already posted it. And that was it. And we hoped it would be kind of quiet and like our little corner of the internet, but like turns out it picked up speed already so fast. Like by the second day, CNN Philippines was already like wanting to bring us to the studio to talk about it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, RJ, let's do it. And then it turned out it was like the best thing ever for our relationship. It was almost like we started dating again from fresh, because like we could hold hands. Because during the 8 years or 7 years that we were together, we never held hands in public. We never took pictures together, because we were always afraid that people would see like couple photos on our
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were careful.
so we actually don't have. Yeah, we were super careful to like cover our tracks. But now with that no longer a problem, it was just somehow like our relationship was reborn. It was so awesome. Usually when we're on flights, right? Here's another thing. Little small things like this. On flights, I cannot sleep unless RJ is holding my hand, right?
No.
So every
sweet.
time we would travel all over the world, we would throw our towels in between our chairs while he's holding my hand so I could sleep. And now we didn't need to hide that anymore.
yeah.
It was so cool. And then like even in our shoots, the makeup artists and hair people would do my hair, and they'd look over at RJ and they'd want to make chismis, right? There was already chismis in the air. They're like, who's that? Who's your friend, right? And I'd be like, oh, he's my boyfriend. And that would be the end of it. Like we cut off any kind of like negative chismis. It's like, oh, he's my boyfriend. And they're like, oh, really? And it just like made things so much lighter. It didn't feel like a scandal. Because
Exactly.
for 7 years,
Exactly.
it felt
Exactly.
like, oh my gosh, this might be a huge scandal. So it was the best thing ever.
that freeing feeling. Pero did you even lose endorsement?
Yeah,
O hindi sila nawala?
how's it?
Okay, here's the thing. To our surprise, we didn't. And in fact, more brands wanted to approach us to work with them, because I guess 2021 is like a new age. It's the
Exactly.
best time to
Thank
come
God.
out.
Thank God. No.
How about the
Yeah.
backlash from your fans or some people though?
And your
Yeah,
family too.
Okay, yeah. Before we came out publicly, we came out to our family first.
Okay.
So RJ came out to his parents, and that went well. They took it really well. His brothers and sisters also took it well. All our friends in our small circle, they already knew. They're like, oh, this is great. We already knew. So that was good. So my parents, my dad, he was in the Philippines at the time, and so my plan was to get drunk with my dad, because me and him would drink beer, and I would just tell him. And my dad was like, okay, I'll just be on the patio, and I'll meet you there. Daddy, you want a drink? I'll order you some beer. He's like, no beer. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this sober. So I'm sitting beside him, and I'm like, Daddy, so RJ and I are together. And my dad was like, what? I'm like, we've been dating. Is that okay? And then he's like, he was quiet for a while, and he, like, to process it, he's like, but how did you get that? I'm like, get what? It's not a disease. Why? How did you become like that? I'm like, well, I don't know. It's just, I think I was born this way. And then he's like, I put you in karate growing up and basketball. I'm like, Daddy, no, I don't think that's how it works. I think, like, I tried to not be gay or bisexual, and we were together. And then after a while, he was like, you know what? You guys are adults. You could, whatever you guys want to do, I'm okay with it. And I was like, oh, thank God.
That was,
he was
it?
the one
I should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah, well, the thing is, going to Philippines, this is my dad, listen to my dad's pep talk, going to Philippines, leaving Canada to move to the Philippines.
Okay.
We're in the car, right? My dad's like, Michael, you're going to Manila. There's some things to remember. I'm like, what, Daddy? And he's like, don't ever do shabu. Not even once. Don't even try it if they offer you for free. I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to do that. No. And then he's like, and tell them you're not gay. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm never going to come out to my dad ever.
Oh my.
And then here I was coming out to him, and
a full circle.
It was perfect.
Ako din yung ganyan din yung nag-come out ako sa dad ko. I sat him down, pero sabi ko, I cannot even say the B words. Dad,
it's weird to say, right? It's weird to say.
What I did was reference another gay guy. Oh, I'm like him. And you know what he said? Because my dad is a renewed Christian preacher, that when he waves his hand, tumbal lahat ng tao, ganyan siya. And I was like,
oh my God.
I know when I said it, I'm like him. And he said, oh, ganun ba? Okay, I love you. I still love you. Sabi ko, what?
Oh.
After all these years that I was aloof and not eating dinner with you guys, it's all a waste? Diba? Pero you know, we're lucky because our family has our back and they love. Diba?
Yeah,
correct.
So curious ako, like, how did you find out? Because I always ask this, like, for example, I ask Jake, as I ask I'm a fag hag. I have a lot of gay friends.
Can you still say
we're
fag
also
hag?
Oh yeah.
In 2021?
Oh yeah, like a fag hag is like a
the
girl.
word FAG actually.
It doesn't offend me.
Okay, all right. So, well, that's what they use. Like, if you're a girl and you have a lot of gay friends, that's what the term that they use. So wait, question is, how did you find out? Like, how did you realize that? Wait, hold on. I think I don't like the opposite sex.
It's really weird because I guess everyone's journey for that is different.
Yes.
But I think I didn't realize it till college. Can you believe it? Like, so late.
What? So nagka-girlfriend ka?
Oh, I've dated many girls.
Oh
yeah.
my God! Kwento
I'm surprised I'm not a dad yet.
And he likes girls nga talaga dati.
Oh, you like girls before?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I still kind of do today, but it just I really didn't know or come to terms with it till college, and I didn't come out to myself till my late 20s. As weird as that is.
Oh wow!
No, there's a lot of.
It's so strange.
They're old already. They're old with grandkids, and they suddenly wake up.
They just realize,
and then the gene, the gay gene, suddenly kicked in and said,
"Yeah,
wait a minute,
it's like
I like boys."
That's it. Yeah.
Do you believe? I believe it's
strange.
genetics, by the way. So
maybe I don't know. I just so there are all these people who are like, I always knew as a kid, and I'm thinking I didn't know as a kid.
Oh wow! So wait, how many girlfriends did you had?
Oh, I don't know, many.
Really?
Uh-huh.
My long relationship. Did you have like a long relationship?
I would say maybe only 4 of them were kind of long term, past a year or 2.
Oh,
The rest
wow.
have
And
been
then you
just-
realize that, oh, maybe that's the reason why it didn't last that long. It's because,
Maybe. One of my relationships lasted on and off for 4 years, but
oh, wow.
RJ's been my longest.
Wow, talagang true
Yeah.
love, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Grabe
How about you?
kilig.
Are you married?
Actually,
dating?
no.
We're
Yeah.
actually married.
We're
No.
I was like, wow, that's cool.
Direct actually is I'm dating Direct.
All right.
Oh, diba? And he's my best friend, so we just came up with
With
this
this kalokohan.
With this kalokohan, and then
I think it's a great idea. You see what things spring out from a loving relationship?
exactly.
It's like
no?
love is like that perfect fertilizer for building anything, a business or like this podcast.
Yeah.
Ang galing,
We're
no?
actually as one of the silver linings of the pandemic as well, because
Exactly,
this
'cause
was
we were just
birthed
like-
from last year.
Yeah, we were just like, you know what, let's just do it. And then started, inviting, and then it blossomed from there. Pero we question, teka, sandali. What about, pag-usapan naman natin yung, nagulat talaga ako ant keeping.
Okay.
Wow! I was
So
like,
that
pwede
is
namang bees.
another.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
store
another.
still alive?
Oh yes, actually I think right now, 60 to 75% of my work is Ants Canada stuff, and 25% is the stuff in Philippines. Yeah.
Wait. Why
the
ant keeping? Nerdy ka
well,
ba? Kano? Sorry.
Yes, I've
you
always
are?
been into insects. Yeah, just as much as music, I've always been into science and biology and
And
insects. I'm a big
animals and
insect nerd.
plants.
You tell me any insect, I'll tell you what order they're from, like that level. And I started a YouTube channel on ants, and today it's got 4 million something subscribers, 4.2 million. So it's a very active community, and it's more active than my Filipino comedy stuff. So it's really weird because sometimes the audience of my ant channel, which is mostly Americans, they like Google and find who the voice is, because in the videos of the ant stuff, it's just my voice, and it's not even a Filipino accent. It's like the Canadian accent.
Yeah.
The Canadian accent.
Where I narrate the stories of ants, and they Google like who's this voice, and they find out who this Filipino guy is, and they can't put it together.
Their
That
mind's
it's the
blown.
same person. Yeah.
Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
Michael
So
Jackson.
it's like-
Whenever, like,
It's like two different
Two
personas.
personas, right?
Personas,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Why
yeah,
ant?
it's-
Why ant? Like, of all
Oh.
insects or animals, or pwede namang
Trust
bees,
me.
or
No,
why ant?
Jesse, ants are the best. They are awesome. Like here, I have a queen ant right here in a test tube. You see this? She's
laki,
going to
oh.
lay. Yeah, it's Caviteño ant.
Caviteño
So-
ant?
Yeah, and it will lay eggs here, and it will found a whole colony of workers, and it's like a little city. They have to deal with the same problems that humans do. A pandemic. They have pandemics. Did you know ants have pandemics? They have
What?
a graveyard. Yeah, they have their own graveyard. They establish a CR. All the ants go to the CR to pee and poo. They can't just poo everywhere. They're very systematic ants, and it's just like these.
They have
little
social
things that
media
make
stars too.
They do have social media, in fact. Yes, they have their own version of ant social media. Yeah.
So you put it in a big, yung ba yung glass ba yun?
Yes.
So you
it's,
can see them, their
yeah.
activities.
Yeah, so this is the ant store. It's essentially ant keeping products, which was born from the YouTube channel. So my YouTube audience were like, okay, we want to keep ant farms. We want to have ant farms like you. So I ended up creating the store, and now we ship internationally to 5 continents, I believe. Our warehouse is in Utah, and all the products are manufactured in Asia, and we ship worldwide.
Ang galing,
I am
entrepreneur.
awestruck. You plus a successful businessman pa.
Yeah.
Ibang ka. So how long have you had this ant store?
The store has been since 2011 too. So Ants Canada and the Pinoy Boy comedy YouTube stuff were born at the same time, and they just kind of took lives of their own. Yeah, so while I was doing Filipino comedy stuff in the Philippines, I was also like, you know, building the store and coordinating with teams in China and Utah and doing that kind of stuff. So
How do you balance everything?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Do you sleep
Do you
still
still
complete
sleep?
8 hours or no na?
Or do you party at
I've
least?
lost lots of sleep. Oh, I party. I do. But I've lost, I mean, I worked really, really hard through my 30s so that in my 40s now, I could just chill.
Yeah.
Oh, so same lang pala tayo,
Yeah.
nasa early 40s. Alam mo, you're really like a perfect example of a person that, how do you say this? Like, there's no excuse of saying like, I can't do it. Like, anything is possible if you put your heart into anything that you want.
Yeah, thank
Ikaw
you.
talaga. And I'm sure because...
And you too. Look at this podcast. I am so impressed by the prod. I
Oh
did
my-
not expect this.
That really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Your
I'm
your
just like-
opening and like everything. Like you
Diba,
even
it's-
have a
it's-
backstage. I'm like, what?
It's the longest OBB in the world, in the podcast world.
So impressive. So
No,
impressive.
seriously. I mean,
I
Wait.
appreciate the hustle. I
Yeah.
like people
Oh, yeah,
who can
that's-
hustle.
yes,
You,
actually.
tama,
Yes.
you
example ka
guys.
nga rin, Mikey, kasi di ba yung, like, even yung sa early career mo, you were trying and trying to be like the serious singer and like you're touring and everything with your singles and all. And then kahit hindi ka nagiging successful like how you want it, but you still come back and
Yeah.
still go at it.
And come
Alam
back
mo
and
yan.
look for something other avenue.
Yeah,
You know, you
I
didn't
was
give
kind of
up.
delusional. Yeah, I think to like pursue your dreams, you have to have a little bit of delusional in you. Like you have, people are always like, "Oh, you gotta be realistic," but I don't believe in that. Like I believe in being unrealistic, because for me that's the only way to really achieve exceptional levels of success. That's what I think. I don't know. How about you guys?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
that. You like
yeah,
you visualize, you're dreaming like you're in a concert arena and all.
Exactly.
It could be delusional
Yeah.
to others, but it's something that
Correct.
you want in the
That you
future.
want.
It's
diba?
something you want.
Yes.
Grabe, alam mo,
Correct.
nasa yun na naman yung this is what we call yung inverted umbrella.
Yes.
Inverted umbrella. Yung
Hindi inverted nipple, ha? Inverted
umbrella.
Iba yun eh. Dito sa OGAT kasi, like, if we meet
Oh
someone
my
like
God.
you, a man of many talents and wears different hats, yung OGAT umbrella, if you invert it, and then God showered us with talents, you inverted it, and you caught all
all of it. All the
talents. While we're
talent.
all sleeping,
I
gave
wanna
us
say that.
talents and all that. Yeah.
Ang
Thank you.
galing, grabe. As in, parang, hindi tsaka ang galing mo, no? Like, even as probably you don't, ay, ito pala. Kasi I know you know how to sing, you know how to dance. Tapos eventually, of course, the writing of the songs, I feel like you're evolving eh. You're trying to look for something like, oh, this can be my talent. And then once you start doing it, and then you made sure that, hey, I have to be good at it. Galing mo,
Yeah.
grabe.
Thank you.
Actually, Jokoy's mom, actually, is she here? She messaged JCat.
She messaged me
Kasi we had
yesterday,
an
sabi
interview
niya,
with her,
sabi
yeah.
niya, oh!
Wow.
Sabi niya,
Yes.
yes. Kilala ka niya, and then sabi
You
niya,
know
I'm gonna ask
her?
questions. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
We interviewed her eh.
We interviewed her.
Wow, the Filipino circle is so small. Like
It's so
that's
small,
know.
yes. Actually, we have
I
yung
love
mga-
Joe Coy, by the way.
Oh,
I know, right?
It's
actually,
my dream to work with him on something.
alam mo, feeling ko nga, actually, nagtataka
Pwede kayo
nga kami.
mag-ano,
Sabi ko, bakit hindi pa kayo
collab.
nagko-collab?
Yeah, eventually. I mean, he's been to the Philippines. I've like written to him. I'll be like, Joe Coy, if you have some time, I will pick you up in. We have this thing called the Mabuhay bus.
Actually,
Like,
yeah,
I'll pick you up in the
Mab-
Mabuhay bus. We'll take you out. I'll take you out for a party soon. When he's always busy, right? He's filming.
so busy, yeah.
He's another hustler.
Yeah.
Oh, Tita Josie!
He's
Ayan,
another
no?
hustler. Hi, Tita Josie.
Tita
I hope to
Josie,
meet
Mikey,
you.
ayan
Yeah.
oh.
Ayan, no? Or maybe because Tita Josie too has a show, a podcast.
Oh?
In Las
Tita
Vegas,
Josie.
yeah.
in
She does?
Yeah.
She's a comedian like us.
Yes, Tita
She
Josie.
is?
Yes. Oh my
Wow.
God.
She's one of those
I'm
titas. Yes.
She's one of
Oh
those
my
titas.
God. No
on
wonder Joe is like that.
Yes. So Tita Josie, for sure, I'm sure you want to have an interview with Mikey. Go. I mean, we will give you the contact and everything. My God.
That's awesome.
Pero wait, na-mention mo kanina about the Mabuhay, no? Because I know you
Mabuhay
have a
Squad.
Mabuhay Squad.
Yes, I saw someone commented that they're in the Mabuhay Squad. So the
Yeah,
Mabuhay
this
Squad
is so cool. I watch Mikey
the-
every day in YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my
him.
friend. Si
Oh,
Jello.
What's up?
wow. So, question.
Hi, Angelo.
So, paano nag-start yung Mabuhay Squad na yan?
Yeah, so eventually, like, so I was doing parodies, right? And then, because of the popularity of the parodies, we were being flown to do like Filipino events and concerts in different countries. Like, we're talking Middle East. We did a Middle East tour, Australia tour. Yeah, we even went to around US. So I was like, sayang, we're visiting all these cool places in the world. I should start a vlog channel, like separate from the parodies.
The parody,
Because also when I found when I was doing these concerts and the meet and greets after, they just knew me from the parodies, but they didn't really know me. I guess it's hard to explain. It was almost like they were meeting me for the first time, and so I said, you know what? Let's change this. Let's do a daily vlog, and that way, people can get to know us, like aside from just the parody video.
The parody,
Yeah, behind
yes.
the wigs and
Yeah.
all the costumes.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's all they knew, right?
Exactly.
So we did, and then they just ended up calling themselves the Mabuhay Squad. So we just ran with it.
Galing. What about the
yeah.
Mabuhay bus?
Yeah.
Is it wait a minute.
What do you mean,
Is it a party
Okay.
bus inside? There's a pole
Kung saan
and
ka
lights?
nagbablog? Kung saan ka nagbablog? Yung super
Party
cool-
bus, yes, yeah. It's actually considered a van bus.
Okay.
They call it the artista van. So a lot of the artistas they have it's called the H350.
Is that a Sprinter ba yun? Or no, it's not. No.
No, it's just
Diba?
this really big van. And then we customized it. A very good customizer. His name is Atoy Customs. He does all the H350s of the artistas. And we were like, Atoy, we want to make it like Pinoy flag colors. So it's all leather interior with blue and white and red. The driver's seat is blue. And like it's
Yeah.
everything. There's a blue bar. Oh, we have a bar.
Oh my
so if
God.
you come to Manila, we
There
can
you
hook
go.
you up.
There's vodka.
Namin.
There's vodka in the bar.
Yes.
And then there's a CR too if you have to pee because when you're
Oh, yeah, of
drinking
course,
you have to
Yes,
pee.
yes, yes.
We love to pee.
Yeah,
A
so
lot.
so yeah, that we call it the Mabuhay bus. It's not really a party bus, but if we need to, we could use it to party.
At ito dahil you're doing all this travel vlog. Congratulations that you got in a segment of Today with Hoda and Jenna, di ba?
Oh my gosh, that was a
Oh my-
surprise.
That's a
Paano
big
nangyari?
deal.
Kwento.
The producers reached out to me and they said, hey, we want to do a segment because there's a lockdown in US and Americans cannot travel. So they had this weekly segment where they take the viewers of the Today Show in different countries. One week it was South Africa, and then they
Yeah.
wanted, can you believe they chose the Philippines to be one of the destinations? So I'm like, oh, of course I'll do it.
And you're the
So-
representative.
And we
Yeah,
are so proud of
I
you.
was so
when we
honored.
watch-
We love Hoda and Jenna because we met them last year and we hugged them in their studio.
Dude,
What?
2019.
No, it's before the lockdown. It's 2020. It was last year.
Was it last
Yes,
year?
it was March last year.
Oh, okay.
Were you
then-
guys
oh,
at
yeah.
their show?
Yes,
show,
we were
at
at
the
their
show.
live audience and we hugged them. It's like, oh my God, we love Hoda and Jenna.
Grabe, no?
So
And-
cool.
Have you been to NBC?
I have not, no.
Oh.
Although I would love to meet the NBC family.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Teka, wait, when are you coming here ba sa US? Do you have plans?
Not too sure. I think maybe LA possibly for work, but no plans currently. Hopefully soon though.
I
Yeah.
hope you'll have a show in New York.
I love New York.
The Mikey
They are
Bustos
such an
Comedy
awesome
Tour.
audience.
Really?
We were invited one year for their Philippine Independence Parade.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and I performed there. And guys, you Americans, you New Yorkers are awesome audience.
My
Just so fun.
God. I wish
Yeah.
producers will produce you and invite you to have a show.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Jesse knows a few.
Sige.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you
Oh
know
my
what?
God,
We're friends
kasi-
now, so just call me.
Dude, I swear, you're as in, I'm sure a lot of people would watch you. As in sold
Thank
out
you.
right away. The
Of
tickets would be
course,
sold
yes.
out right away.
Yes.
Maybe
Wow,
for
thank you.
2022.
Yeah,
Grabe.
let's hope. Sana. You know, it was so sad because last year, a Toronto show was canceled and an Australia tour was canceled because of the pandemic. So I also can't wait to start touring again. That will be fun, I think, and perform my parodies on stage.
Oh, wait, as in
Perform the
perform the
parodies on
parody?
stage.
Yeah, that's what my concerts are. I perform like if I were to do a show now, it would be, for example, the Freddie Mercury, Lady Gaga stuff. I come out in costumes and I do a little bit of stand up, or do a little bit of dancing and singing, and a serious segment too where I sing serious songs. Yeah, I miss
Ay,
performing.
grabe, ang galing. So wait,
Thank
you
you.
really tour around like the world?
Yeah,
Is there like a country that you haven't been? Or lahat na
Oh
puntahan mo na?
yes. A lot of Europe have not been yet. I died to go to Italy. Have you guys been to Italy?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah,
love
a
Italy.
couple of
We've been there
times.
twice.
Yes. And
Where's your favorite city? Roma.
so many. Rome, Venice.
Venice.
I love Venice.
Milan.
We didn't go to Milan.
Hindi pa tayo
We love
nag-
Amalfi Coast.
Amalfi Coast.
Wow. Oh,
We
it's
were on a
gorgeous there.
sailboat along the coast. Can you believe
For like
it?
3
Wow.
days.
For
For 3
3
days.
Amazing. Cinque Terre. Have you been?
Did we go to Cinque Terre? No,
No.
we went to Sorrento, Positano,
Wow,
Capri.
you guys did it all.
We went to Naples.
Capri Social.
Napoli.
Oh.
Yes.
But Switzerland, go to Switzerland. It's
I
so
heard
beautiful.
Switzerland too is awesome.
It's expensive.
Very mahal.
I heard. I
Pero
hope
kaya
to
mo
visit
yan, ikaw pa.
Switzerland.
Ikaw ba? Kaya mo
Dami
yan.
mo ng kita, okay
Wait,
na yan.
question. Is there any... You've done everything. Is there
Not
anything
everything.
else that you haven't done that you haven't even put in your bucket list, or you want to put in your bucket list?
Not sure. I kind of don't really have a plan. I just kind of like run with things and just do what I love and like see where life leads me. But maybe have kids one day, I suppose. That's kind of a cool goal, I suppose. And yeah, it's just see how my work will continue to evolve, whether it be film or more internet or stage.
Conquer the
who knows?
world.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll see.
yes.
Diba?
Conquer the world, definitely.
And you guys too.
Oh, God, thank you. What about Dream Parody? Meron ka ba bang parody na...
Yeah, actually, I have a Britney Spears parody already written.
Oh!
Yeah, I just have to record it and film it soon. It's gonna
Oh my
come.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, that's in there.
Oh, abangan namin yan. Alam mo yung
Yeah.
pinost ko yung Lady Gaga. So, kasi sobrang
yeah.
favorite ko. Tawa kami ng tawa.
Are you a Lady Gaga fan?
Yeah. Sobra
too.
talaga sabi ko. Lalo na yung walis ting-ting na sabi ko nga
Yeah.
Jcas. Ay, walis tambo pala.
Yeah,
Walis tambo.
yeah.
Sabi ko kay Jcas, ko Jcas,
No, kasi
Mikey reminds me of you when it comes...
I have a couple of wigs, like I take it out when in a drinking session.
So, bigla siya,
Alright.
alam mo yung we're just drinking? Eh, kasi
Like
he
what
loves
colors?
Oh, I have everything.
pati, tapos,
I am that gay. Yes.
That's great.
Different colors of wigs.
alam mo siguro,
That's
Mikey,
great.
siguro every party, or like, wala lang, parang inuman and karaoke. As in, you'll be, like, let's say, for example, after a few minutes, Jcas will be, like, be gone for, like, a few, like, 1 to 2 minutes. And then he'll start
And he
wearing,
comes out in
like,
costume?
the area.
Yeah.
And then he started, like, la, la, la. Oh,
That's
like, everyone
awesome.
would laugh. And,
That is
Oh.
awesome.
Once the vodka kicks
You guys
in,
sound
that's
fun. Yeah, you guys sound fun to hang out with.
yeah,
I really
actually.
should be drinking vodka.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, pag once we hang out, Mikey, I swear, you'll be like, ay, kaloka pala tong mga to. As in, hindi tayo matutulog, kakatawa.
That's
Grabe.
great. Yeah, life should be like that, right? You work hard, you
Exactly.
play hard. Yeah.
Exactly. My God, Mikey, thank you so much. 1.5
Thank
na
you so
pala.
much.
Ay, Mikey, last na promise. Last. If you're not a comedian, or if you're not doing all these parodies, if you're not like the Mikey Bustos right now, what do you think you would be?
I would probably be. I I
veterinarian?
actually don't know.
A vet?
Because I dropped out of school for that to pursue entertainment. So I would probably be working at a call center still, or maybe at a bank doing temp work or
Boring
who knows?
stuff?
Yeah, and like my joys back then in my 20s were going to the bar and singing karaoke. That's what it was. And I would scrounge like change from my dad's car. Like, yes, I got beer money. And I would like just I would love to be on stage and sing and be buzzed, and that was my joy. And if that was going to be my life for the next 20 years, I was okay with that.
Oh.
Galing.
And wait,
Yeah.
ano
Pero
pala?
feeling ko ano talaga ng Diyos yan. You were really meant. You were really meant to be on this
You're
on the industry.
entertainment talaga.
Yes, whatever path that you will choose, you will always end up in the
And
entertainment
wait, ito
industry.
talaga, last na sa akin. Marami kaming tanong, no? We have to make a t-shirt. Last na to, promise. Yung nakalagay doon.
Sige.
Okay. Okay, this is a Binibining Pilipinas pageant question. Get ready, Mikey.
OMG. Okay.
If you were given a chance to travel back in time, what are you going to tell your younger self, young Mikey?
If I were to travel back in time, I think I would tell myself to keep going and that things will be better as long as you stay true to what you love.
Yes.
And that applies to not only career, that can also apply to romance and
Like in general.
In
yes,
general,
yes.
no?
life in general. Yeah. I think that's what because back then I wasn't sure. Like my future was kind of in the air. I didn't have a plan. But yeah, I think if I could go back, I would say, yeah, just do your thing. Like follow your bliss is what I would say.
True. And kung friend mo ko, no, sasabihan kita, Mikey, bili ka ng Bitcoin.
Oh, are you guys doing that? Are you guys
yeah, we're
doing
doing
crypto?
I'm doing crypto.
I'm on Doge, but
I'm doing crypto.
Doge is going just up right now,
But
but you know.
I have a couple of
Wow,
crypto.
look at you guys.
I need more money.
What about, are you doing crypto?
Not
Start.
yet.
Start.
Yeah, I'm a little scared because I don't understand it yet.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
but
that's true.
You don't have to put a lot.
You have
Just-
to understand it, yeah.
You know what? It's still
Yeah.
down a little bit, and then it will go up again, and then just you'll be.
okay.
Ikaw pa,
So,
matalino ka.
so it's been working. It's been working.
Oh,
for you
yes.
guys?
Oh, yes,
someone's
for me,
earning.
yes.
Put 100,000 in there, and when you get more, then pull out.
Because that's how it is. No, that's how it is. Like you go, you buy and sell, and there's some
Oh.
crypto that you're supposed to hold, and then you'll be surprised. Like after a while, you'll be like I started small and then it became bigger. So
I see.
Oh yes, it works. It really works.
Interesting. Okay.
Go for
noted. I'll
Doge.
take note of that.
Yes.
Doge, not Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, Doge,
Malaki na kasi
Ethereum,
ang Bitcoin yan eh.
Ethereum. What else? There's a lot. There's like I'll send you a couple of lists.
OMG. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I got
but
some
it's not.
studying to
That's
do.
the thing. At least it's not that expensive now. It's kind of like it's up and down, and then once it goes up again, you'll be surprised. Like you'll be like, whoa! Like I have a friend who started as 5,000 pesos. I know. 50,000 pesos, and then from 50,000 it became like 15 million pesos.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then from 15 million, I think eventually it became like 200 million.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
The lucky ones who has
the
it.
lucky ones, because they kept on like yes. That's how it is.
Unbelievable.
Yes, that's how it is. You just have to know how to, and you need to know people who's into cryptos, and then can give you good advice, and there you go. I was like
Wow,
shocked when I saw the
interesting.
portfolio. I was like, damn, I should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's something I really need to study.
Yes, you have to. Ikaw pa, feeling you're so smart. I think whatever that you touch, para ka ano eh, yung may Midas touch, like whatever you touch will turn into gold or platinum.
No, I wish that were the case, but I will definitely take your advice. That sounds
Yes.
interesting.
Diba? My God, Mikey, thank you. Ayan, sige na nga,
Thank
yung
you
last
so
natin,
much.
nakakahiya na.
Yeah,
Anong
go.
oras na dyan? 11 na pala.
It's way. I'm sure it's way past your bedtime.
I know. Sabi nga niya sa akin, wag naman 10:30. Sobrang na. That's too late. I'm like, okay, sige. Thank
I
you so
prepared for
much.
this.
I know. Thank you
you.
so much, Mikey. Maraming salamat.
Yes, Mikey,
It was a
before we
pleasure
end,
meeting you
It's an
guys.
honor. It's an honor. Yes.
anything to plug? And last message to all your global
And plug.
fans.
Yes.
Yes, thank you guys so much for all the support, no matter what it was, watching a video of mine or visiting the ant store or even just sending me a message on social media. I really appreciate it, guys. And you guys really changed my life, honestly. Like, you saved me, in fact. I probably would have had a very dark fate if it hadn't been for your support. So maraming salamat. I take none of you for granted, and I hope to meet you one day. So find me on social media. Just type in Mikey Bustos on YouTube and Ants Canada, and you can find all the links there and videos. Feel free to binge. Yeah.
I know, no? Tsaka alam mo guys, sobrang bait talaga ni Mikey. Ang bait. As in,
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that you would like reply. I wasn't.
Canadian.
I know. I wasn't
We Canadians are nice.
I know, exactly.
Unlike Filipino Americans.
No, because seriously, I'll be honest with you, like, not because you're really big. Come on, you're Mikey Bustos. But we feel
am?
like, but we feel like you're still so down to
You're
earth.
grounded.
You're so grounded. Like,
Yeah.
I was even shocked, like, when I told them, I was like, wait, am I dreaming? Kasi talagang sobrang idol talaga kita. Sabi ko,
Thank you. But you've had like huge stars on your podcast.
Oh, stop.
Like,
No, I
like
know, but...
Regine, OMG.
I know,
I'm
but...
not that big.
No, you are. I mean, no, you are
Well,
big.
Regine is big.
Yeah, Regine is big, but you are
we're just
big.
regular Filipino Americans.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I was like this. I was like, because I'm a fan of yours. Like, so I was like,
Thank you.
and I asked, I told her, I was like, seryoso? Sumagot? I was like, oh my God. I mean, for a big person like you, like not everyone actually, even some big stars, we just seen and just won't even reply. But ikaw, you're Mikey Bustos and you're very grounded, and thank you for that. And I hope you will not change.
Thank you.
Don't
I appreciate
change,
that
ha?
a lot. I'll try my best.
Oo, lahat ng tao, kaya kami nahal, it's because you're being real, right?
Thank
For
you.
being real, for being grounded, and maraming salamat for entertaining
Oy, add
us.
ka namin sa meron ka bang Facebook?
Facebook
Yeah,
na,
I don't
You don't
have a
have personal?
Facebook. Yeah,
wala,
I
Instagram.
have a fan page.
a fan
But
page,
I'm
yes.
mostly Instagram for me.
I
and
know.
Twitter.
Sumasagot yan sa Instagram,
Oo nga.
panalo yan. Oy, Mikey, promise
I
ha,
will
when
follow
we
you
visit,
guys.
yes, when we visit Manila ha,
Contact me.
talaga
We'll hang
ha,
out.
my
Yes.
And ikaw
God.
din pag nandito kapag you have the
Oy,
plan
please,
of going here,
ha? We will, I mean, I'm sure you've been around New York and New Jersey. I'm sure you've been around here, but we will
Oh
bring
no,
you
but
to...
I
bring
would
you-
love to hang out with locals who know the city. That's the
Exactly.
best.
Mga hole in
That's
the
the
wall.
best.
Pupunta tayo sa mga
Yes.
hole in the wall.
We're
Hindi
not
sa
gonna
mga
stop
Those
at
are the
Times
best.
Square only.
hindi tayo ka namin dadalhin sa mga ganun. We're gonna go to places, mga local places. That you would
Okay,
love.
that sounds so fun.
My God, ang saya niya, no? Ay, Diyos
Yeah,
ko.
that'll be awesome.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mikey.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you mga ka-OGOT for tuning
Yes.
in to our fun episode for today. Don't forget to share this amongst your friends. And also please subscribe to our Over a Glass or 2 YouTube channel. Also follow us here on Over a Glass or 2 in Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Mr. Mikey Bustos, thank you. At nakipagkulitan ka sa amin this morning. Thank you also for the great conversation. Let's make a toast.
Yes, inuman tayo, Mikey. Dali. Kunwari, may ano.
I have a little bit.
I know.
Yes, may too big.
Yes.
Mga ka-OGOT and Mikey, everyone, amidst the pandemic, let's still find ways to be happy. Let's all talk about it.
Over a glass or two. Bye,
Bye, Mikey.
Mikey.
We love you. Bye,
Love
guys.
you.
Bye, bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Mwah.
See you.
la
Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass gaining MSCO. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum. Popsies! Popsies LLC, also known as MP Entertainment, MP Graphics, 1803 Sales and Marketing, MP Skins, MP Shirts, and Popsies. Visit www.marispanlilio.com. Call or text 908-906-9788 or email at info@marispanlilio.com.